And no means no.
The car? Okay. Bring me up to speed. What came before no?
Nothing. I just showed him the picture.
You gotta get this car, Doog. You know how many thousands of eligible females are out there just waiting to jump into the back of a classic convertible?
Don't tell me, tell him.
Dr. Howser? Did, Duke tell you about the owner? The little white-haired old lady who only drove to church on Sundays?
Vincent, this is a family discussion.
Oh, you want me to get Mrs. Howser?
No, I want you to stay out of it.
Okay, I'm out of it. I'm Switzerland. Neutral.
Douglas, I am not against the idea of you getting a new car. Only the other day I saw a marvelous little Japanese import that would suit you to a T. I mean, a great gas mileage, reliable, cute as a button.
A weenie mobile.
Vincent.
I'm out.
Dad, Vinny's right. I mean, this is my first real car. I don't want to look back in 20 years and think to myself, my first car, cute as a button. I want to drive around in something cool. Obviously, you don't understand the appeal of a car like this.
As a matter of fact, Douglas, I do understand. A 1957 Chevy convertible was the first car I ever owned. I drove that car for 10 years.
So what's the problem? You know it's reliable.
Oh, it was reliable in 1957.
Dad, I'm not entering it at Le Mans. I'm driving it to the hospital.
Exactly. Now, what happens if you're on an emergency and you have a breakdown? Now, a car like this is just fine for a feckless high school senior like Vincent here.
Hey, I got as much feck as the next guy.
You are a doctor. You have responsibilities.
Dad, it's my money.
It's not your money yet. Until you're 18, I'm still in charge of your funds. I'm involved in this decision. And my decision is no.
This is great. We got them right where we want them.
What are you talking about? He started with no, and he ended with no. It was a bonanza of no's.
Duke, nobody knows that word better than me. There are nuances to know that I have an ear for. At first, I thought we were sunk, but then I saw an opening.
What opening?
The key words here are, that was the first car I ever owned. Men have a strong emotional attachment to their first cars, which we are going to ruthlessly exploit. Trust me, Doog. I know how to play this man like a Hammond organ.
with me pushing it does. This is like Fred Flintstone's car.
Hey, don't knock it. Fred loved that car. And you're gonna love this one, too. As soon as we've done some fine-tuning.
I really don't know about this, Vin. My dad is gonna flip.
Duke, do you remember Mitzi?
Your psychotic cocker spaniel?
Yeah. I love that dog. Every time my old man yelled at me, she'd snap at his knees. Anyway, I didn't just ask him if I could have a pet. I brought her home first, got her to jump up and lick his face. After that, he couldn't say no.
In other words, we're letting the car lick Dad's face.
Exactly. Be happy, Howser. See the USA in your Chevrolet.
What's the meaning of this?
The meaning is I am not a child anymore.
He hasn't bought it yet, Dr. H. It's on approval for the weekend.
Did you let Vincent talk you into this?
Dad,
Hey, he's got a mind of his own.
I am 17 years old. I am a physician. Every day I go to work and make adult decisions, and then I come home and you treat me like a kid.
That is exactly how you're behaving, like a spoiled, willful child.
Well, I am sick of you trying to control my life.
I am not trying to control your life. I know more about this than you do.
Oh, excuse me, do you mind if I answer my beeper? Sir?
Vincent, get that heap out of my garage.
Well, I'd really like to do that, Dr. H. Unfortunately, we had some mechanical troubles on the way over, and now I can't seem to get it started.
Why not?
Well, I don't exactly know. See, mechanics isn't my strong suit. I'm more of an artistic type, and... Boy, you are upset, aren't you?
I'm referring to the engine. Did it go, or click, click, click?
Click, click, click. But how did you know?
I couldn't afford a mechanic every time something went wrong with my car. Back in those days, it was man against machine. Oh, the smell takes me back. Looking at that engine is like looking down the corridor of my past. If only Buzz could see me now.
Buzz?
Buzz Ballantyne, an old friend of mine.
You had a friend called Buzz? What's that short for, Buzzard?
No, his real name was Charles. We were in college together. When we graduated, we decided to take one last spree before we put our noses to the grindstone. So we threw a couple of sleeping bags in the back of the car and drove cross country. Route 66 all the way. What a great adventure that was.
You, Buzz, and the old 57 Chevy. What a combo. What a car.
No, take it easy, man. Stay away. Don't come near me. Calm down.
You okay over there?
Hey. Hold it, Ray. What's going on here?
I was gonna take a blood sample, and he freaked.
Just like last time. They said it wouldn't hurt, and it did.
Frank, will you calm down? He's not usually like this. This is Miss Willis. She works at a veterinary hospital with Mr. Murison.
Can you tell me what's wrong with him?
You mean besides being slow? I don't know. He keeps getting dizzy. He even passed out a couple times. We tried getting him to the doctor, but he hates going.
Neurosurgeon on call. We need you in the ER. Neurosurgeon on call.
Hi, Frank. I'm Doogie. We just want to look at you. No needles. Frank, do you like to play games?
No, I want to go home.
You'd really like this game. I'll make a deal with you. We'll take it step by step. It's called Doogie Says. Now, I'll tell you to do something, and if you think it's going to hurt at all, you don't have to do it. Ready? Doogie says, put down the tray. Doogie said it's okay to say no. Okay, you got me. 1 point for you. Okay, Doogie says, sit down on this bed.
No.
1 point for me. All right, since you're new at this, I'll let you take that back.
It's high.
Two points for you. Frank, you're creaming me. This is an ophthalmoscope. What it does is it shines a light into your eyes. Okay? Doogie says look straight ahead. It's all right. You can inspect the equipment.
X-ray tech to ER2. X-ray tech to ER2.
It's funny. What'd you give?
Oh, I can't tell you till the game's over. All right, Doogie says look straight ahead. That's 3 points.
Dr. Lacey, negative cardiology, stat.
I'm winning. The next thing I know, Buzz has pulled over, and two stunningly beautiful Ute Indian women in native garb are climbing into the back seat of the car.
Well, how much garb we talking here? Upper garb, lower garb?
Oh, Vincent, these people have a lot of ethnic pride.
Dr. H. I'm Italian. I know all about ethnic pride.
All right. Give her a try.
Hey! Dr. H, you're a mechanical genius. It's like you and this automobile have this incredible...
rapport.
Exactly.
Is this the infamous car? It's beautiful. What's your problem with it?
Well, I didn't say there was anything wrong with the car per se, dear.
I bet you look great behind that wheel. No wonder you had all the girls after you.
Well, I suppose I had a certain rakish charm.
Well, it's running. Guess I better take it back to the little old lady.
Just a second. I don't want you to get stranded on the freeway. This is still a pretty temperamental car. God knows what else is wrong with it.
Wow, well, I don't want this piece of junk cluttering up your garage.
Well, I think junk is an exaggeration. You know, some people consider this car to be a piece of Americana. Want to climb in, dollface?
Yeah, come on, Mrs. H. It's a genuine antique. The car, I mean. That's it. Just make yourselves comfortable. Plenty room in the back if you want to stretch out. I'll just close the door on my way out.
You let him go? I don't believe this. How could you do that?
If a patient insists on leaving the hospital against medical advice, we have no choice but to discharge him.
But the man has a large bleeding colonic mass. Without this operation, he could die.
I'm aware of that, Doctor, and so is the patient.
How can he be? Mentally, he's a kid. Have you ever met a kid who could conceptualize death?
As the psychiatrist on this case, it is my opinion that Mr. Murrison's degree of retardation does not preclude his understanding of the risks and benefits of surgery. He functions independently, he lives alone, he holds down a job, and he pays his bills.
Look, Frank is just like I was when I had leukemia. If it had been up to me, I would have said no to the treatment, too. I was 6 years old. I didn't understand the danger. All I knew was that I was scared and I wanted to go home.
Dr. Howser, you're absolutely right. That's a good analogy. Unfortunately, it doesn't help us. Our hands are tied.
Well, mine aren't. Ray, hold up. Frank, I want to talk to you.
My stomach hurts. They did things to me, and it hurts. I'm going back to work.
Take it easy. He just wants to talk.
Frank, I can't let you walk out of here. You're very sick. You need this operation.
No operation! You stay away from me.
Frank! Frank! Hey, what are you... I know what the problem is. I know how to solve it, and he just won't listen to me. How do you reason with someone who thinks like a child?
Well, first you have to be sure you're in the right.
I am.
Then you have to be as difficult as they're being. Never back down, even if it means a screaming match. And if all else fails, fight dirty.
The ends justify the means, is that what you're saying?
I guess.
Now you're taking Dad's approach. I'd like to think I'm a little more enlightened.
I don't know why you sound exactly like him.
But, no, this is completely different. I am a physician trying to deal with a seriously ill patient. He is a stubborn dictator who reads Consumer Reports.
Doogie, that's not fair.
You know, for someone with an aversion to antique automobiles, he sure is taking a lot of interest in this one.
You know someone who could probably help you with your problem with Frank.
Forget it. You're just trying to get us to make up.
Oh, silly me. Always struggling for family unity.
A minor tune-up in that car is current. Douglas?
Dad?
Boy, I want a lemon.
go up to my room.
Woody time, woody time. Hey, Doogie. Hey, Doogie. Hey, Boo-Boo. Bye-bye. Hey, Boo-Boo.
Hi, Frank.
Hey, Momo.
Remember me? I think we should have a talk about the operation. You need it. It's no good trying to run away, Frank. I'm not leaving till we settle this.
I won't listen.
Frank, I'm talking to you. I know more about this than you do.
No. You go home. You're upsetting the animals. And Dr. Kaplan will be very mad.
Okay, I won't yell anymore.
I have work to do. Oh, my baby.
Oh, who's this?
Caesar. He's been sick. He needs medicine.
And, you're gonna make him better.
Yeah. I love Caesar. And Caesar loves me. He loves me best.
He doesn't like that much, does he?
No, he hates it. I have to hold him tight.
And what happens if you don't hold him down?
He'd run away. Oh, he's very fast.
Well, so why don't you let him run out?
Oh. He needs medicine.
He doesn't understand that, does he?
No. But I do. I know what's best for him.
And I know what's best for you, Frank. You're scared. Just like Caesar. You wish you could run out. And if I could hold you down, I would, but I can't. So I'm asking you to listen to me because I know what's best for you.
Am I gonna die?
Not if you have this operation.
Will you tell Dr. Kaplan?
We'll both tell him.
Dale. Did I come and me want to go home? Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana.
Hey, Dad. How's it going?
Well, it's not a pretty sight. This rear seal.
Dad, we need to talk.
Well, I know what you're gonna say.
No, I don't think you do. I was gonna say I think we should take the car back.
What?
What?
Today I had a lesson in paternal feelings. And for the first time, I started to understand what those feelings are. And I realized that you're not just trying to control my life. You're trying to do what's best for me. So let's take it back. Get something more sensible.
Oh, man.
Well, I see what you mean, son. This is a dream car, and the question is, can we live in a dream?
I say we give it a shot.
I'll take it back tonight.
Actually, I'll take it back myself. I promise to take your mother for a spin.
Okay.
You ever wonder what it felt like to get a lug wrench up your nose?
Just calm down, Vinny.
Oh, calm down. 2 days. 2 days of Route 66 and the saga of Buzz Valentine. You're telling me to calm down? You're killing me, Howser.
Douglas, I have something for you. Well, the last couple of days, I've been thinking about all the fun times I had in my car. The wonderful memories, all those wonderful memories that nourished me over the years. And I realized that you only get to do those things at a certain time in your life. And in your case, that's right now.
Dad, are you sure? I mean, this is not the most responsible choice.
No, it isn't. But if anyone has earned the right to be a little irresponsible, it's you. I remember once you were about 3, and I had you in my lap on the passenger side of the car, and this truck suddenly pulled out in front of us, and I held you so tight that I left little finger mark bruises on you. Yeah. That's the way it is with kids. You hold them so tight, sometimes you hurt them without meaning to. I have to just be pictured with me, son. I'm learning to let go.